Long Beach, you having a good time? I think they are. There's actually a bachelor party happening in the back. And their sign says, best bachelor party ever. Gentlemen, welcome. Thanks for coming out. It's time for game 3. Will Hero continue his run or can Taeja come back? We're about to find out. Casters, take it away.
Thank you, Clutch. Thank you, guys. And thank you, Day 9, for... I don't know. What was that?
That was awesome.
That was incredible.
Why did I miss that?
Day 9 has all the best bloopers. Yeah. You know, they've prepared bloopers like that of all the folks that have done any work at the NASL this year.
Not me, I hope.
Yours is incredible.
No, I never. I never have any bloopers, man.
I can't wait.
I'm a one-shot wonder. Everybody knows. Somewhere in the back, my producer is sitting like, oh god. I know better, Kevin.
I hope you guys are enjoying it this weekend. We've got a lot of great stuff lined up for you folks. Giving away some cool prizes to those of you both in the audience and online. If you send pictures of the stage, tweet pictures of the stage at NASL TV or at Cooler Master, and we might be able to send you something cool. Let's go ahead and jump into game.
Sounds like a winner, Ben. Game number 3 is going to be played on Metropolis. That's also a map that we did see that last time. But that was the map where Taeja went for the triple orbital and Hero went for the 2 base pressure.
And, well, as is always the case, it seems in this matchup, Hero managing to come out on top that time.
Yeah, man, 6 games on a row right now.
6 games
How can
in a row.
How can anyone win 6 PVTs on a row against Taeja? How is that even possible?
Well, I suppose if anyone would do it, it would be the 2-time consecutive DreamHack winner champion, Liquid Hero. This guy is just a monster, such a great asset to Team Liquid, such a great player, such a great asset to the esports community as well.
Such a nice guy, man.
So nice, in fact, that he said he's considering busting out the Roddy build.
I hope we're going to see.
Can we spoil us a little bit?
Well, I can spoil it one bit where Hero's like, 1 gate, and then Robo, then Twilight. He's like, bit crazy. I was like, you like crazy? He's like, yeah, how many sentries? I said, 0. He's like, oh, way too crazy. So I don't know, Ben. Why don't you go ahead and introduce our players? Perhaps for the last time, hopefully not. I'll
be happy to. Kevin spawning on the left-hand side of Metropolis, opening 1 gate, 1 gas. Liquid Hero. And across spawn, the blue Terran player once again getting a fairly early gas. Liquid Taeja. Now I've already. Oh,
no, go ahead.
No, you.
No,
be my guest.
Oh no, no.
We've already got 1 Terran player through to the semifinals. Kev Taeja. If he loses here, at least will not go home knowing that the Terran race is not completely unrepresented.
That is true. Also, I think something worth mentioning, man, is that Taeja could potentially have the hardest route to the final. Certainly right now, being down 0-2 against Hero. But also, if Taeja would have won, he would have been the only player to potentially play against all 3 races. Now, of course, if Hero wins, this could also mean that Polt is going to have to play against all 3 races, since Polt already played against a Zerg player, would face Hero in the semifinals, and could potentially face a Zerg in the overall finals, as 3 out of 4 players in the bottom side of the grid are Zerg.
That's right.
But of course, we have the mighty Brit standing there saying, might be TVT.
You have the mighty Brit, you also have the mighty Hyun.
Yes.
And it's hard to bet against that guy.
He's pretty mighty.
He's pretty unstoppable.
Not yet, man. Later.
What about
I'm so glad that you're not casting that game, because you would have done that for 5 games on the row.
What about Hyun Credible? Does that work?
Yeah, it all works. See, Hero Ben dropping both simulators relatively early on. Taeja got a good scout of those, so he knows what's going on. Hero had a pilot here. He cancelled it.
Wait a second.
Hero, what's it going to be? No, he's going to Void Ray. Oh my god!
Roddy build!
Oh, this is a different Roddy build.
This is the original Roddy build.
This is something I did for the first 1.5 year of StarCraft. Wow, Hero is busting out the Void Ray all in.
Guys,
that's beautiful.
Rotterdam has been a very high-level player for a long time. And it has no doubt been on the back of the Void Ray all in.
Ever since that got worse, I got quite worse.
Oh, this is trademark Roddy build. One gate into proxy Stargate into 2 more gateways.
And this is a really good map for it, man. And the reason why it's such a good map for it is that the moment that Hero secures the low ground, he can get Stalkers over here, and those Stalkers cover the Void Rays on the high ground, and the Void Rays are basically able to dart back and forth and make sure that the SCVs are not able to mine. Like, this is sort of like Metropolis. It's kind of funny because they sound similar as well. And that was just by far the best Void Ray all-in map at all. And Taeja, man, is still completely unaware of this.
Taeja did open up with a Reaper.
And he's making 2 Marauders. Poor Taeja. Ben, he has 1 Marine on the map right now. But this Marine, Christopher Columbus.
Oh! Marco Polo. Marco! He is going to walk right across this Stargate. Hello, Hero! And now it's a race. It's a race to see if Taeja can build anything that shoots up. He does have 3 barracks.
See, immediately drops the bunker because he knows it's so important that no units are ever able to park over here, give cover to that Void Ray. Oh, and he's going to send the Marauders to the other side of the map. I think that's so smart. They're not going to help, Ben. They won't help, but Taeja, I would drop an engineering base.
Void Ray floats in straight away, is already working on this command center, fully charged. It's going to make it very hard to attack this Void Ray.
Zealot's going to walk across the map as well. This Zealot...
craziness. Go up. Oh, enemy sighted.
This Zealot will die. Stim is being reset. More Marines are in production. Oh, this bunker is actually up already. First Marines, wow, this actually looks really good.
Maybe being a little bit miscontrolled, though. There's only Marauders in the... No, those are Marines in that bunker. They're all going to have to be evacuated, so the natural has been breached. This command center's in some trouble.
Tech Lab is so important, man. Tech Lab is so incredibly important.
Stim is about 90% complete. Hero is not going to focus on it, though. He's going to kill depots. He's supply blocks. Taeja.
Taeja.
Stim
5, 4, 3. Oh, my God.
Stim goes down. There will be no Stim. Taeja is supply blocked. He has 9 Marines. God. That is all. There is no pylon in the main base, though. Hero can't really warp in that easily. And Marauders on the other side of the map. One's going to squeeze through the force field. Another bunker trying to go up. Hero!
There are quite some Marines over here, though, Ben. But if only Stim finished up, Taeja really underreacted to that.
Oh, this 1 Marine gets away with 3 hit points. He's got nowhere to hide, though.
Like, Hero should probably just go run to the south side of this base. There's no need trying to bust these 2 bunkers.
Oh, Void Rays are fully charged. This is looking very bad for Taeja. Hero's going to force 1 barracks to lift. It's not going to die, though. SCVs are being used for auto repair.
No Tech Lab anywhere inside. He's going to try to get a starport up. So first Vikings, he will be able to produce them soon. But so many Stalkers in the main base of Taeja right now.
Command center will fall. Hero's in commanding position right now. Taking out this command center once more. Supply blocking Taeja. Factory now going to be focused down. And I think probably before that, Hellion can pop out. Kick the tires and light the fires. As now the last remaining command center of Taeja is under fire. He's got to come out. He has to do something, Kevin. It's all going to come down to this. Zealots are in the mineral line. Marines trying to make short work.
But the Marines just do not have the DPS, man. Only 10 Marines. It's just not going to be enough. First Viking is almost out, though.
Marauders were cleaned up on the other side of the map, Kev.
That is something, but now there is a Viking out. Taeja's going to go for it. Everything or nothing.
This is it. It all comes down to this moment. Void Rays are not going to fall. No, they will not fall. The last of the Marines will, though, and it's only SCVs and a single Viking against whatever units Hero can warp in. It's 45 supply to 28. Taeja trying to stabilize, is still producing units.
He can micro, of course, this Viking, but it's hard. The Viking falls as well. 1 more is on the field, but
Grim tidings for Taeja, Kev. It's not looking very good. 5 Stalkers out on the map. There is a new Viking, but with Stalkers to cover this Void Ray, Hero has a lot of freedom, and he's just going to expand at this point. He's not going to go completely all in, or any more all in than he was, I guess. Stalker's just going to pick off what units they can before they evacuate, and I think Hero feels that he's done enough damage at this point. It's 31 probes to 21 SCVs. It will be 2 bases to 1.
I actually think that Hero can do way more damage, man, because if these Stalkers spark over here on the south side of this orbital, these Marines are not going to come out. The first medevac is out right now, though, but guys, Stim is so far off.
Yeah, Stim is just an afterthought right now. It's not going to be a factor for at least 3 more minutes.
Sentries.
Marines wanting to come out and kill this Void Ray, but I don't think it's going to happen. Stalker's doing a good job covering.
Viking trying to get some shots off. Nice positioning here by Hero. charge. Void Ray does lose its charge, but more importantly, man, Guardian Shield is going to be here right now. There are a couple of Zealots in the mix as well. Taeja still hanging in there, though. Imagine if he didn't lose that orbital, then anything would perhaps still be possible, but from only one base, it is so hard.
Yeah, it looks very, very grim right now. 65 supply to 40. Taeja is definitely reeling. Hero's just trying to sort of find an opening. He's trying to find that sweet spot. He has exposed a barracks now. Oh, Void Ray does go down.
It's a very excellent, that's an excellent snipe, but still, Taeja doesn't have that many units. He has 2 Marauders, 8 Marines.
Got to be so careful about force field in this position. It's a nice defensive force field there by Hero, keeping everything away from his army.
A defensive force field in his enemy's main base. That's a little bit weird, man.
Refinery dies as well. It's going to make it harder to produce any more Vikings or Marauders.
Oh, more units streaming in. Actually, they got cut off immediately, so Hero ends up losing a couple of units, but those force fields are really working well for him.
And it's just a huge uphill battle that Taeja is fighting at this point, Kevin. He has half of Hero's supply. His command center is under fire. Marines, Marauders, and a landed Viking trying to do something to push back this Protoss army, but I don't know that there's anything that Taeja can do, Kev.
It's going to be so hard. Force field right in the middle of the line. Units just squeeze through one by one. Stim is still not ready yet. Taeja once more going to try to make a final hold.
Oh, and he will maybe clean up the last of these units, but the age-old question, at what cost? At what cost, as he has only 5 SCVs remaining?
Excellent focus fire here by Taeja. He's really working with the straps to give him, but it's not enough.
Liquid Hero. 7 times in a row, he's beaten his opponent, Taeja. 7 maps in a row, and now he's 3-0'd him to move on to the NASL Season 4 semifinals.
Absolutely fantastic play by Hero, busting out the Void Ray on him, and the classic of all PvT builds. I'm a big fan, but I feel a little bit sad for Taeja.
Wonderful play, a wonderful game. We will be passing it back to Zoe in just a moment.
I'm still wondering, man. Like, first I thought it was smart to send those Marauders across the map because I was like, okay, he's going to force defensive warpins. But at the end of the day, there were these moments where he had enough Marines to deal with the Void Rays, but he didn't really have an answer to the Stalkers. Perhaps if he had the Marauders at home, then he had enough to deal with those Stalkers. But then, of course, you have to ask yourself, if he didn't force those defensive warpins, how many Gateway units would have really been there supporting those Void Rays? And it would have been a completely different game. Not sure if it would have been better or not in the end.
I mean, it's almost an impossible question to answer, as the idea of the counterattack is also a great one if he does get into the main base. If he does do just a little bit of damage, then he's crippled Hero, and
so
now he's won the game.
Because Protoss, of course, low on economy as well with that build. One more thing I want to add, Ben. Hero right now, since entering the wild cards in NASL Season 4, 9-0.
Hasn't dropped a single map. He's on the couch with Zoe in the back. Let's throw it over.
Thank you very much, guys. I am now joined by our winner. So give it up once more for Hero, who just won against his teammate Taeja. And you seemed pretty excited when he came back. You were holding your own heart, and I bet it was racing. 3-0, so convincing. Did you expect such an outcome, as you guys faced off against each other several times, and it was always a bit evened out? I mean, I think it's like 2-2 the score. Now it would be 3-2 for you. Did you expect that to happen?
이렇게 3대0으로 이길 줄 상상을 못했는데 솔직히 좀 자신감은 있었는데 그래도 이렇게 제가 좀 약간 미안하기도 하고 약간 올인을 많이 써가지고 네, 전혀 예상하지는 못했고 좀 운이 좀 좋았었던 것 같아요.
All right, so honestly, I feel bad for Taeja. He said he's sorry because he did a lot of all-ins. He expected to win because he had a lot of confidence. However, you know, he didn't feel like winning with those all-ins, and overall, he's happy though. Yeah.
So talking about those all-ins you did there, you say you're feeling bad for them. Is that, I mean, you normally not really going for those all-ins, or at least I haven't seen them so often. What made you do this twice in a row?
원래 제 스타일이 약간 올인을 안 하는 스타일인데 보통 네, 그래서 대회에서는 아주 가끔씩 약간 섞어서 이렇게 심리전으로 쓰는 편이에요.
So my style of plays doesn't have a lot of all-ins. However, in this case, I usually mix 1 or 2. So in terms of like strategy, you can mix and match a couple of them. Let's say, oh, Taeja's gonna expect me to have a macro play, and then he's just gonna mix an all-in so he can have a quick win, and just make him confused. And yeah.
Well, it seemed to work out as it did. 3-0'd him in the end. Now you will go up against Polt. You made him very happy with that, I assume, because he said he would prefer playing against Protoss rather than having a TVT going on. How do you feel going up against him?
폴트 선수가 성훈 형이 되게 요즘에 토스전을 되게 잘하더라고요. 그래서 좀 걱정이 되긴 하는데 그래도 테란전 자신 있기 때문에 네, 열심히 해서 이길 수 있도록 최선을 다할 생각입니다.
So, Polt's a really good player. His TVP is one of the best. Although, also TVP is also my best matchup. So I'm gonna try my very best. Practice really hard. Just like study his move, like study his strategies. So please cheer me on, people.
All right, so audience, I hope you guys heard that. You have to cheer for him when he's going up against Polt. Shall we practice that once? Give it up for Hero? All right, that sounds pretty good. And you know what? We have another great match coming up, so I hope you guys are ready for that one as well, and we will get that one rolling in just a bit.